Good morning, everyone. We've got clouds and an increasing chance of rain as we move into the afternoon, but it's like only 50%, so please, please, we need a rain shower or dry again. Good morning, Morris. Hi. Good morning, buddy. So Johnny home on the train, but we won't be picking him up and carry till like 10:30 tonight, so it's not like it's in time for dinner or anything. And still taking Marty to the vet to get his tooth looked at 5. So Don and I will head to the gym, and yeah, I'm not sure what else is on tap today. Gotta go into the garage and clear the plate. Don had a 8:30 conference call and didn't get out here before his conference call. So I'm coming out. Printing some really cute little articulated shelf sitter guys. These are pine cones. And there's a bunch more. No blue skies today. It's just all gray out there. We had a good bit of leaves come down. It's fall though, so what do leaves do in the fall? They fall. Good morning, gray girl. There you are. Hi. Yeah, I came in right while Sharon Harris did the 10 a.m. siren test. This is the long test today, too. It's going to go on for up to 3 minutes. Good morning, sweetheart. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but the siren's definitely going off. It's startling Gray. So Don and I just gave Gray some Ace Promazine. I was all nervous going in there, trying to act normal, get her into the bathroom, have him hold her and give her the pill, and then the siren went off and it set her off. I was worried my nervousness was going to set her off as it was. I decided to leave her in the bathroom with her bed and her food, because how can I tell if she's appropriately sedated if she goes and hides under the couch and I can't see her? And she's pretty distressed, and we're trying to test how this will calm her. So I think it's a good test for now. Yeah, we got the pill in her and it's all okay, and the siren has finally stopped. But my timing was the absolute worst timing it possibly could have been. So we learned that cyclists spent the night here at South Park, as in bicycle cyclists. They are on a mountains to shore drive, and I know we can't go everywhere, Donnie, but drive me over by the basketball court so I can show them the tents. There must, you sign up for this event, but this is not Tour de France. There's a support team. They come in and set up the tents. They bring in the porta potties. They bring in the showers. I thought it was just going to be for one night. Yeah, we can't get over. I can't do the route today. We can't get over here at all. It's just totally, blocked off over here. And they're down, I think they're down on the ball field and stuff too, but spin us around over here, Donnie. There was, porta potties down by the high school ball field on the far side by the bleachers, actually. So, but yeah, we got a lot of cyclists in town. They showed up yesterday, so I guess the only thing Don and I really didn't understand was that it wasn't just to spend one night. Maybe they're taking off to do the final stretch tomorrow morning or something. They're headed to Fort Fisher. So, it's just about 160 more miles.
Well, based on the fact that all these tents are still set up, if they were going to spend the night somewhere else tonight, these tents would be already broken down and on their way to the next location. So they're staying here tonight.
Well, they've even got chairs that go with the tents.
Right.
REI must be a sponsor. They're REI tents, which is no surprise. Anyway, I think we can still go inside and stuff to the gym, so we're gonna try.
Yeah, and they look like they had food trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fun. Don's probably jealous he's not part of it. Mr. I biked all over Hawaii.
Yeah. I think I got it out of my blood.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed it, but riding up to the top of Haleakala, all 10,000 feet, that was a little rough.
That was insane. I wouldn't have even walked it. Can you just hire somebody at the last minute to get you up to the top with your bike and then...
Yeah, well, the trip down was almost that good. I mean, it was almost worth the pain of going up the hill.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad there was light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak.
Yeah.
A breeze coming down the hill, a view.
Well, it was like I got to go as fast as I wanted to go. I didn't have no silly pacer person, because when you rent the bicycles and take the tour down the hill, you have to go at the speed of the leader of the group, because they don't want you to go flying off the curve and go off the deep end. Shoot, I was dragging my pedals. I was leaned over so far. So
this is a shower trailer. So about a week ago, the town guy came and he put this special attachment on the fire hydrant. Yeah. But we didn't think to ask him why. We assumed it was fireman business. But apparently there's one on the fire hydrant over here too, and it's a way to get water into the shower truck from the fire hydrant. And we're figuring the town made a nice piece of change on allowing this event to take place at the park over here.
Yeah, well, the fact that the water is metered, they're charging them for the water they're using. So
I feel for them. The water in the town ain't cheap. No. It's gone up. Yeah, our base water bill, what was it when I moved in? I'm going to say $30.
Oh, yeah, it's something.
Do you remember?
No, it's gone up. But here's the key thing.
Well, it's over $60 now. But that's another one of those things I just really don't. I monitor the bill to make sure that we don't have a leak, and I don't tell Don. But I mean, seriously, he doesn't really want to know.
Don't want to know.
I'm not keeping. If Don asks me, I scan it in, and Don knows where to find the bill if he wants to see it.
Well,
but it's gone up. It's over $60 for the base, and then it's extra now. And
right. Well, you should, if you want a little fun, take your water bill, and I think a typical washing machine uses 45 gallons of water, and you should see how much it actually costs you in water just to run a load of clothes. I calculated it out. And if you're having to pay the sewage, and a lot of places you pay for the water.
Town we don't pay for the sewage, we just pay it, or garbage or any of those other add-ons. We just have water.
Yeah, I should go post it to I did a post to the guy.
So how much was it?
I think it's like 40 cents a load.
Thank you for not reminding me every night when I run the washer.
So 40 cents a load times 30 loads a month. You know, you can actually drop some change on doing laundry.
I did not cut Don off. The camera card filled up. I've deleted a few files, and now if there's anything else you wanted to say.
No, I just one of my YouTube guys, I was watching him, and he happened to make a casual comment one day about this machine, water savings is this much money. And I said, how the hell did you come up with that? And then sure enough, a couple minutes later into the video, he started putting up his water bill. And then he and I actually bought these things. You put on the hot and cold water, and they measure the water, the flow, the gallons that your washing machine. Now, I have not hooked them up to ours, but I bought them. I said, that's something I should go on and get, and just have that laying around somewhere.
Don likes it that he has a way to cut off the water should he get serious about when the water used.
Well, anyway, I was just saying is that it was one of those things. Up until that point, I had never thought about how much water the washer uses. But I did not know that a typical washing machine uses like 45 gallons of water. I did not know that. And that's like off the EPA website.
Okay, I have a couple of things to add. Okay. First off, I participate in the time of use plan. I would say 95% no fuss.
Yeah.
I really don't fuss about it.
No?
I've participated in we will limit when we make hot water, only make it during the cheapest part of the time of use. And I do a lot of stuff. So yesterday was our anniversary, and Don gave me the best kiss ever. I mean, we didn't do anything special yesterday. Right. We went to Porter's, And we got ice cream, and
Yep.
you know, we are together a lot, so we don't have to single out special days to go, because we do special stuff often, I guess is what I was trying to say. And anyway, was our anniversary. But I have joked with Dawn, and I can't, when I first started coming over in the house, you know, when we were dating, and later on, when I needed hot water, he would have to go turn it on for me, and I'd have to wait 15 to 30 minutes to have hot water. I tease him about the hot water.
Well, I would run hot water 15 minutes a day if it needed it or not.
This is why I'm allowed to tease him about the hot water. I have to be clear, for me, he would always have hot water whenever I wanted it. I was allowed to have hot water, but yeah.
Not me, man. I'd heat it up to do the dishes, to run the dishwasher, and then I'd run a load of clothes, and then I'd take a shower with any hot water that was left.
Yeah, Don would turn it on and take a shower, but he wouldn't wait for it to get all the way warm. He would just, it's just enough. It wasn't
cold off.
Yeah, I mean, even to this day, we come in from outside, and I would not say that I take the longest showers ever, but I do have a lot of hair, and I am a girl. So washing the hair, you know, it takes a minute.
Right.
But I told Don the other day, you know, we were a little stiff. We were dirty. We've been working outside. And I said, you know, please enjoy the shower. And he's like, what? You want me to take 2 minutes and 30 seconds instead of 2 minutes? And I'm like, will you please just stand there for an extra minute or two after that hard work and just enjoy the hot water for a minute?
Heavens.
Okay. I tried.
You did. She takes good care of it.
I didn't say, but it was 9 official years yesterday. And so next year it'll be 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
16.
16, that's right.
25.
That's right.
Yeah, 9. And I came to work for Don in 91. So next year will be 10 official years and 35 years of working, friendship.
35 years, that's right.
Yep. And that date is in April. I came to work for Don. I interviewed like in February and came to work for him in April, and then he sent me away to Chicago for a month in June. I was not happy with him at the time, but it ended up being a really cool thing as I look back on it. Lunch for me and Don. I'm melting the cheese in the toaster oven. This is what's left of a 5-pound chuck roast that I've turned into basically pulled beef barbecue. Probably going to split that up into 3 Ziploc bags for Johnny. He had requested some barbecue to take back with him, and I'm guessing that's enough for at least 6 servings. He can defrost it, and sometimes he's making lunch with it for the next day. So anyway, Mom's been busy cooking. I've got, you know, shepherd's pie for me and Don for dinner. But there's 2 more containers like this for Johnny that's frozen, plus 2 chicken salads from Whole Foods and 2 servings of lasagna. So there's something more than nothing to take back. We'll see by the end of the weekend too. It's a little after 4 p.m. and I'm out here on the front porch to give you an update on a few things. I'm hearing we have a frog. Let's see. First things first. Our friend's bird fee had a squirrel defeat the baffle on the pole and get up in the bird feeder. And that made me test our siren here at the house. From inside, I just put on the live view for this camera and then enabled the siren so I could hear it. And I don't know that it's loud enough to scare a squirrel, but it does have a siren. Don had found out about that when he took it up to the garage to... I forget why he took it up to the garage, but he took it up to the garage and it acted like it had been stolen or tipped or something, and it put the siren off, or he touched something on it that activated the siren locally. I don't know. Anyway, it's got a siren, just so you know. All my stuff up there, well, the seed in the feeder and the suet are still hot pepper in my case. I haven't had any problem, but that's probably because the squirrel's right up here when he's eating this, and then, I don't know. I've just been lucky. It terrifies me to think they might climb my feeder. I'd be putting Tabasco sauce all over the place. Anyway, and this was up the pole and not a jump from a tree, so it was a real defeat. I got Johnny's food bagged up. I need to go use my handy dandy Nelco label maker and put what it is and the date on there. I'm trying to force myself to do that every time I freeze something that I've cooked, so it's, you know, I'm not too worried about eating something that's old. I'm not worried about it at all, actually. Freezer burn may be old, no, but it's nice to know what's in there for sure and when it was made so you can eat it in the right order. Be leaving with Marty shortly. He's been a little more subdued today, but I haven't seen as much blood. But then he's been unhappy with his ears and scratching, so that's not been great for him. I don't know. We'll see what she says. I'll let you guys know. Johnny gets in on the train at 10:36 p.m. in Cary, so we'll be going to pick them up. In there. I thought today about another use of AI that I would like. I would like to set a reminder for a couple of times a week that the AI will bring up a chart of the rain I've had on my Tempest or a local weather thing and help me make a decision about how much I need to water stuff in the yard, maybe based on the time of the year and the air temperature and the humidity and stuff. The AI could really be instrumental in, do I need to go outside and water today? And if I do decide to water like some stuff, I could let it know that. I'm just trying to think of things we do that I'm sure it would not do a good job at first, right? But we can start training it. I thought that would be a cool use of the AI. I want additional assistance in making a determination of, do I need to water besides just go out there and stick my finger down in the dirt and look at the plants and stuff. I do think you can kind of look with your eyeball, if you know your dirt in your areas, whether stuff's dry or not. But, you know, a finger in the dirt's not a bad idea either. This, I think this is Kietsadori over here, and that fence is starting to have some nice fall color. Maybe tomorrow I'll walk around and show that. Seems like there was one other thing blooming or doing something today that I was pleased about. Nice fall stuff. Can't remember what that was going to be right now. Haven't done a whole bunch more with the A+. It's on sale during Prime Days for about what we paid for it. It's a good deal for 10% additional off with your Amazon Prime card. There's a lot of stuff out there right now at 7% off. I have not done a lot of shopping. I would if there was stuff I wanted. But I guess we haven't decided to spring for a second one at this time. But, you know, we can always change our minds on that. So we just had a fire truck coming in the other direction. Blaring lights and sirens, and I had pulled over to the side of the road, and I was down to 2 miles an hour. I was basically at a stop, and Ruby actually dinged and threw up stop on the driver instrument cluster. Kind of I guess maybe what you see if you're, I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I'd ever seen that before. The red Dodge Charger with the young driver, though, not really too interested in being stuck in this traffic and stopping for the fire truck. Thank goodness they are turning. Right on a red light, too. Yep, exactly. Maybe when you drive a red car and you're a young guy and it's a sports car, you shouldn't break traffic laws because you'd be likely to get pulled over. I don't know. That would just be my advice. Your insurance will skyrocket and either you or your parents will not be too thrilled about it. You know, enough things happen when you're trying to be good, let alone when you're don't care. So, well, Dr. Liz looked at Marty, was able to get a pretty good exam lifting gums and with me helping. Marty didn't hiss or put up a fuss, so that was good. We agree that he's broke off that lower front, his right side canine. And you can still see, with her help, I could see there's still a little bit of the tooth down lower. That tooth, you know, it broke on a piece of dry chow. So let's face it, that tooth was already not long for this world. And she said, honestly, she doesn't pull those. It's too much of a chance you could break the cat's jaw. It does happen. She says it's not worth it. So, she gave me pain meds and antibiotics, as you know, to make sure he's comfortable and as a precaution. And so one's a pill, one's liquid. Dawn and I are going to have fun with that. Dawn and I can handle anything. We're a great team. I know. She asked me, can you get this in him? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I said, Dawn's job is to hold him still and incapacitate his legs. And my job is not to get my fingers caught between his jaw. So we have experience with this. She recommended I try churro with the pills. That she thinks that I can get him to take the pill with the churro. I'm certain I have some left over from when I was trying to get Stripe to eat. And yeah, so I can certainly try that. But I'm thinking he's going to be fine. I don't think I've seen blood since midnight. I saw some blood right before bedtime. His poor, you know, he kept on turning up yesterday and there'd be blood on his chin. Well, it's the front tooth, and I guess it just, when it would bleed, it would come out his little lip. And but I don't think I've seen any today. So I think, you know, it is healing. It just, you know, when there's a blood in the mouth and saliva, it's a lot of liquid. It looks worse than it is. I think he's going to be okay, I guess. That's all I'm trying to say. And we're not scheduling a dental because she says at this point he needs a dentist. He needs, you know, this isn't something, a cleaning isn't going to fix his mouth. And his teeth were bad when he showed up. Worse than most. So, he's got a few teeth left. He's obviously doesn't have all his teeth. Poor guy. I made a chicken thigh meat, chicken salad for tomorrow. It's homemade ranch, little cherry tomatoes, red onion, and like I said, like 8 chicken thighs in there. So we've got that for lunch tomorrow. It's just a cooking kind of a day here. Good thing I don't got to cook supper too. Just reheat. We are on our way to pick up Johnny. We should be there right before the train comes into the station. They're on time for a 10:36 arrival, so that's all good. And
I think we'd get there quicker if Robot continues to run red lights. I think.
Yeah, you know that double left turn lane I'm always waiting in or cutting through the shopping center or not happy about or whatever. Well, there wasn't anybody in front of us and Robot clearly ran the red light. It wasn't just a little run it either. It was like a really run it.
We were in.
I don't know what happened to Robot's supervisor.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, I guess the thing is, if there's a traffic camera or a red light camera at that intersection, the check's in the mail.
Yeah, you'll be paying for it. There's not, but yeah. I'll probably forget to pull them. But we've hit the horn twice now to get dash cam clips. Dawn did the stoplight, and I just did the intersection back there. So we're in the right-hand lane, and we come. Now, she didn't do it here because we're already in the left-hand lane.
Right.
But she's back to, there's a line that goes through the middle of the intersection. Let's just follow that line. Right. Remember, like for years, we couldn't drive FSD down this road because she just couldn't handle the road markings. Well, we've got a problem again.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where you had to take control.
Last week there was a car beside me,
and she started to go toward the car.
To go over, and so I grabbed immediately and stopped it. But I could tell that she was following.
Well, I'll try to remember to pull that clip because it was clear as day.
Yeah.
She went from the right lane to the left lane because she followed that line through the middle of the intersection. That's for when you're making the U-turn. It has nothing to do with straight traffic.
Yeah.
Some of you that have been watching for forever will know that I let the DOT know that that paint marking through that intersection was not really a good idea for self-driving cars, and they don't care. All right, we're sort of 0 for 3 now on this drive. That we were in the left turn lane coming onto US 1, and as she went through the turn, she moved to the right lane. And then she wanted to get back over in the left.
Look at this, baby.
Oh, come on now. Thank you, Donnie. That'd be ridiculous. Does she not know the freaking lane ends? What was she gonna do? Race car driver on the pass on the right, this other car?
Yeah.
Oh God, that was you honking to save the foot. I should really press the thing for you, but anyway, she went from the left turn lane into the right lane as she made the turn, and that was not correct and not safe, but there wasn't anybody there. And then she wanted back in the left lane right away because she knew the right lane went away.
Well, now
and she tried to turn, and she's
in chill mode.
Okay, let me get the story out, please. So then she went to get in the left lane because she knew the right lane was ending and there was a car there, and she was getting over whether there was a car there or not. And then you saw what happened because I was actually filming, and we got down onto US 1, and she tried to pass a car on the right in a lane that was an ending lane. It was just ridiculous. So I would say if we were going to have to rate this particular FSD drive, and I know we're not in version 14 yet, but it would be like a C-.
Yeah,
we're approaching a D. Do one more thing and it's a D. I mean, this is not...
Well, she used to be really good at night. She seemed to drive better at night, but now she's really messing up really bad here.
Yeah, this drive has... Well, we tell it like it is. Sometimes we drive the car and it's so good, we just want to praise its glories, and tonight is just not one of those nights.
Struggling.
I mean, Dawn's got it under control, but still. Yeah, Johnny said the train was really busy, really full. Obviously the train is really busy and really full. And there's a lot of the kids coming home from UNC Charlotte. There's an entire train car full of UNCC students getting off at the Cary station, and there's a few headed on to Raleigh Union Station, but that was a lot of college students. We're almost home, and we're coming up on South Park here, and
I see tents.
Dawn, we were just trying to see if the guys, we agreed that the shower thing would be here regardless, but oh yeah, the tents are still, there's still tents, and
they got the banners up,
U-Hauls and check-in stations and all that stuff. So I think they're,
I think what they were supposed to move to
Goldsboro
tonight, but the weather, there was this thing with the weather, and I think they may have ended up staying here 2 nights.
Well, the gentleman we talked to at the building that takes care of the building, he said he thought they had a breakfast event tomorrow morning, and then they were heading out. So I'm sure they'll come and clean up the place after they head out tomorrow. I wasn't being snippy then. You may have been, but I wasn't. Not that time. Other times maybe, but not that time.
I'm just not naive.
Well, they're going to take down the tents. The tents are expensive. Yes.
Those will be gone. nice lawn chairs. Every tent had 2 lawn chairs.
Yep.
It was quite organized.
It was very
impressed.
organized, yes.
Military precision.
Yeah, other than the guy that tried to come into the building with his, they called them bike boots,
Cleats,
but they were shoes that had cleats on them.
The clips for the on the pedals.
Yeah.
Feet on the pedals.
One guy Don's age that should have known better, whose wife would never have let him in the house with those shoes. He tried to walk straight onto the fancy waxed floor with them, and let's just say I didn't have to say anything, but I was ready if he didn't stop at his tracks. There was a sign on the door that says don't enter with them. You know, a big sign like right on the door that he walked in.
There you go, thinking he could read.
I'm thinking he had to go to the bathroom. Didn't want to use the porta potty.
I think
It was in a rush. That's what I'm thinking.
Let's hope.